You want to make sure, too, that your feet are, a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. That's a good balance position. Now, every hitter is going to have a different balance point, and you can test that by just kind of seeing if you can bend them over. But for the most part, you want these feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. And we talked about the no stride approach. And it's going to save your hitters. Well, it's going to help them now, and it's really going to help them a lot in the future. Because you've never heard a hitting coach, or any coach for that sample, saying we have to lengthen someone's swing, we have to make it longer. Everyone's saying we have to make it shorter, right? Short, quick to the ball. Never heard anyone say let's make the swing longer. So this will make the swing nice and short. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Same spot. Okay, it's really hard to mess that up. And again, I learned that way too late in my baseball career. And I wish I would have listened to some coach that told me that in high school. My life would have been a lot easier. So once you eliminate the stride, then you've pretty much eliminated a major problem that young hitters have. The overstride, which is a big killer, where the kid you stride out like this too much on your front foot. Now I'm on my front side, not on my back side, and I can't really hit anything on the outer half. Okay? And I'm not balanced. Or this is what the big step in the bucket move, which I know everyone's dealing with probably, especially the younger ages. It's hard to step in the bucket if it's just up, down in the same spot. All right, now that still might do it. They still might go like that, but that's more of a fear of the baseball and not from a poor mechanical move. They're just doing that as a reaction of being fear of the ball. Then you have the kid that'll step into the plate like this and lock their hips up. That no stride approach, again, should solve that issue. Okay? The no stride approach will also solve this issue. Dave touched on hitting and pitching are the same. And it was an epidemic in our program, too, where our pitchers were getting here real quick. And really two things worked. Number one is what Dave talked about, is just having them work on this for a long time. And the second thing that worked was using the hitting example. And I pulled out, because all my pitchers hit. We're a small school. We just don't have any guys that just pitch except for one. I said, do you hit like this? And it finally started registering after we kept hammering it away that you don't hit like this. So again, if you're here, foot up, foot down, that should solve that issue. Now, you will have a kid that will, naturally maybe step a little bit open. So maybe you could close them up just a bit, just a tad. So when the kid strides, he opens up and now he's even. Okay? Or you could have the kid that, steps in the bucket a little bit, or I just said that, right, to here. Or you could have the kid that steps in this way, have him open up a little bit, and then as the kid strides, he strides towards home plate, then he's back to even. But you really want him to be even when the front foot lands. It should be parallel to my line. Okay? If you stride like this, there's going to be some major problems there. You just pound away at the outer half. Okay? Can't touch the outside corner. If you stride like this, hips are locked up, and we'll talk about that in a minute. All right? So again, I can't reiterate enough, no stride approach, no stride approach, no stride approach. It makes things real simple.